Beautiful. Hey everybody. This is a very random and impromptu video, a video that I didn't know that I was even gonna make. But I don't know why I feel involved in this energetically, but I'm just gonna listen to it because it just feels serious to me. And I just want to give an open perspective from a metaphysical point of view when it comes to the talks of Drake and Kendrick Lamar and the so-called beef. Also, I know there are others involved. I know there are others involved, but I'm not really going to get into the others. I specifically want to compare these two from, again, a metaphysical perspective. Hey, just to kind of like open up the forum, just energetically in the air, to kind of like clear some things somehow, just like looking into it with no bias, as much as I can, but like really going from like how I really feel about all of this at the same time. Hey to everyone coming in. I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait. I just heard the song Euphoria that Kendrick just made, getting back or clapping back at Drake from his song 50 Push-Ups or something like that, which was a response from the first diss song that Kendrick came out with. And just to give it like a little background of from what I know really quickly from the beef. It's been ongoing for the past like decade, I believe. I believe in the beginning, Drake actually helped Kendrick in his career. He actually invited him on tour, congratulated him a few times on a lot of his accolades that he's earned after that humble beginning, and the platform or the foundation that was offered by Drake. After a while, it seems like Kendrick is, based upon what I was watching, like video-wise and catching up on things, because I literally did not know that they were having like beef like this. But based upon what I saw, it was Kendrick would kind of like poke fun at Drake, in a sense of. And just what I was feeling energetically, Kendrick comes from a certain background. He comes from Compton. He represents the people. He's more on the conscious rap side. And a lot of the time, the conscious community, whether it be in talking, on YouTube and music, movies, any form of entertainment, for getting the message out on the conscious side, there's kind of like a resentment towards superstar fame, in a sense. It feels like you're selling out when you get to a point of a certain level of fame. And it felt like Kendrick was getting into the game, but didn't want to get to a certain level of stardom because he would have felt like he was selling out. So someone like Drake, who helped him out and supported him because yes, he was already famous, he started kind of like poking at him for being as big as he was. Do you call that a hater? I don't know. Now, I don't know any personal situations between these two, but based upon what was presented on the outside, it felt like Kendrick comes from a certain point, and I spoke about this metaphysically, where it's like there's the red zone and the blue zone. We're gonna go back to that for a second. Kendrick feels like a red zone person. He's more from the ancestral roots side of things, which again, this is from an unbiased point of view, because a lot of ancestors have a lot of unsettled beef, a lot of unsettled arguments, a lot of loose ends that are still left open that do invade the space of their own legacies. And I feel like Kendrick comes from a point of view of being the lead pioneer in bloodline argument. That's why I'm not even gonna get into like the typical conversation on this. I just want to go straight there. I just want to go deep real quick. I like Kendrick as an artist. I always said, I was just like, Kendrick has a very unique flow. He's one of those rappers, or artists I should say, I want to call him an artist, even though he's trying to be the best rapper. And I'm just like, Kendrick, like, step your game up, right? And I think that was like the the messaging coming from Drake himself to Kendrick, like, step your game up. There's plenty of room for you to grow up. So grow up, you know what I mean? You're more than just a rapper. You can be more than just a voice for the people. You can go as far and wide as you can. And I think that's Drake from the heart was literally into that mode with Kendrick. But going back to where Kendrick's perspective is speaking from, I feel, is he can't help it. Sometimes you can't help it. You can become possessed by your ancestors' quarrels on the inside. And I think that Kendrick is actually dealing with ancestral inner turmoil that he is projecting out to Drake. Because Drake, first of all, we know Drake is Canadian. He's also Jewish. He's half black, half white. There's a lot of ancestral conflict in the first place between Kendrick's ancestral expression and Drake's ancestral expression. So let's just get that out the way, right? He's a light-skinned ass nigga, right? That's mixed. And like, he's also on a top level of fame, rightfully so, because Drake has this presence of, and this is, you know, another reason why I like Drake, is because he has a star presence. He can't help that. You cannot dim the light of someone like Drake. When he walks into a room, I suppose he has a star-like presence. He is very light. He also calls himself Sixth God, right? And that's for a reason. And I'm gonna get into the birthdays in a second. And I'm not trying to dig into anybody's records, or, you know, I know people do like readings on celebrities and stuff like that, but I'm not doing it for that purpose. I'm really trying to understand this energy because I'm genuinely concerned, like genuinely concerned for some reason. We've seen rap beef turn into real shit. Manifested, and these are the types of manifestations that you cannot take back, that you cannot bring back, that is no longer just a feud or a joke. So Drake calls himself, or should I say Aubrey, calls himself Sixth God for a reason. In metaphysical world, I'm assuming, first of all, we're talking about a Canadian reference. I don't know much about Canada, so I'm not going to speak on that. But of course, his birthday is October 24th, right? And of course, in the numbers game, which I do feel like he's a numbers person. In the numbers game, his number is 24. And it feels like he's very proud of this number. And 2, 4 = 6. 24 is a very feminine-based number. 6, he's a very feminine, he is very in tune with his feminine self on a godly level. 6 God is claiming Venus. Okay? So Drake is claiming the likeness of a feminine god, goddess-like energy. He is also claiming, quotation marks, Luciferian energy. And I'm sure my audience is mature enough to understand what I really mean. I'm not calling him a devil worshiper or anything like that. We are beyond that conversation. He's a Luciferian. Like, he's good at angles of light. He knows how to create illusionary stories. He's into luxury and beauty and presence and light-bearing things. And this is what he's natural at. Now, there can be anybody like that that possesses that type of energy naturally and successfully will most definitely be a target for those that cannot. the jealousy monsters that I talk about, the ones that really are trying to shoot down this type of light, this type of energy, this type of beauty, this type of success. A lot of people are talking about how manipulative he is and so on. He's supposed to be manipulative. When you're bending light angles in order to, when you're a light bender, you're manipulating light. Everyone, first of all, no one is not guilty of manipulation, because every time we speak a word that is specific, we are already manipulating the ethers to bend favor in our way. So if you really want to talk about manipulation, you just got to use your words right. And for instance, somebody that's claiming to be a lyricist is already manipulating a situation, very much so, to the maximum point of manipulation, right? So we're gonna go back to Kendrick for a second. I don't know what reason Kendrick himself would be personally jealous about. Kendrick is in his whole other, like, he got his whole other thing going on, like literally two different worlds. And I think I've heard him say that a lot in interviews, like, me and Drake, we're in two totally different worlds. We're different. And there's a clashing or a conflict with that. But there's certain comparisons to a certain point of bigging somebody up because you see their potential, and then them shooting you down because they know they can never live up to the potential. Now let's get real because of it. Let's get real right now. Give me any Drake album. When I listen to it, this is a personal opinion. I should not be attacked for this opinion, correct? Give me any personal, someone said the rap beef will never turn physical. Yes, it can. That's the whole point. Like, who said that? Have we not understood that it's happened before, and it's been a while since it has happened? So, like, is it time again? I'm not wishing that upon this beef level, but there's something stirring in my spirit that says, yes, it is possible that it can turn physical. Because there are shots being taken that are really below the belt to somebody's character, to somebody's parenting. When you bring somebody's kids into a situation, when you group a bunch of people to go against and co-sign this over and over and over and over again, you got to remember that this person is human before he's an artist, before he's famous, before he's Drake. He's human. He's a father, right? And I just listened to Euphoria from Kendrick, and I'm just like, there's like below the belt shit that sometimes is unforgivable that can allow and justify a physical manifestation of some shit to defend yourself against words that are being spoken against you and your family. There's something called a justification. It's a cosmic justifiable defense, kind of like self-defense. Words are swords, and if you keep poking me if you keep poking a person with an astral sword through your words to where they're bleeding out on the astral level, that can turn into a sickness or a death for another person with indirect doings or intentions. And in order to stop that from happening, because we all know, dribble down from the astral, that shit, something happens physical if it's strong enough, if the force field is strong enough, if enough people are if enough people are talking about it, if enough people are still responding to it, it builds a force field that can actually manifest into a physical something, a physical mishap. If somebody is wishing death upon someone, let's say, or they want them to hurt really, really badly, and they keep saying it through word form, through artistry, using the waves of music, because music itself is an entity, it is a god. You keep riding those waves of music with these words, there are going to be consequences to that. And again, I told you guys, from my perspective, this point of the cycle on the other side of the eclipse, this energy is not taking no shit. This is not the AI programmed meta world anymore. We done crushed that shit. This is the real world with real life cosmic consequence type energy, where motherfuckers can get killed for saying the wrong things over and over and over and over again. Real fucking consequences. This is not a VR. This is not virtual reality anymore. So, I'm gonna get real with what my preference is. I listen to a Kendrick song. I don't know Kendrick songs like that. All right, it's been like 12 years and shit. I know when I watch some of his videos, I like his visual artistry. Kendrick's flow is not really my cup of tea all the time. He raps so fast, like it's hard to listen to him. He's not easy to listen to. And for me to be a conscious person, because I am a conscious person, I am very much a part of the conscious community. As a conscious rapper, not doing it for me. Why? Because I can't really hear what the fuck you're saying. Now I'm getting personal and mad at this shit. I can't even hear what the fuck you're saying. I gotta watch the fucking lyric video in order to hear you in your flow. So there's this like a mumble flow type shit. So you can be spitting hot fire. You could have drawn up the best lyrics in the motherfucking world, but the way you present that shit in flow ain't attracting somebody like me. Ooh, he killed that shit, did he? I don't think I can listen to this shit over and over and over again. Now, when you go into my fucking Apple library, I got damn near, I don't know how many albums of Drake downloaded in my shit, because it's a straight listen through. And sometimes Drake's voice gets on my nerves. But he knows how to switch up his flow. He knows how to bring variety. He knows how to flow. He knows how to switch that shit up. He is very entertaining in the way he presents his flow and his lyrics. And let's talk about the writing, because everybody wants to go that. Like, I got my pencil up in this bitch. Let me tell y'all something about high-level writers, okay? This is some high-level Illuminati shit. Let me tell you about some writers when it comes to the music industry. If you're still writing your own lyrics 100%, you have not made it. Small-level rappers take pride in writing their own shit. If you're still talking about that level of pride in writing your own shit, you are small compared to the big shots that don't feel like writing their shit all the time. So what do? They summon other writers to write for them, customizable for them, by the way. So these lyrics are actually the feeling and the energy of the real artist, because that's what makes a real ghost writer. So when you call somebody a ghost writer, they're actually summoning and going into the spirit of the actual artist and literally becoming possessed by the artist by permission and writing some shit up. This is a possession game, yo. So this is high level shit. So a real ghostwriter already knows that he's being possessed by the artist to write something for the fucking artist. So when someone goes into that mode, they're at a very high level and they don't care if the shit gets leaked out, because the small level, low level human beings think that that's a bad thing. And we're about to all step our game up. We're like, high level people are tired of being lonely at the top. And at the same time, if fans still want to stay this low in comparison to where we're trying to go, then fans won't even matter anymore. And then everything is gonna have to fucking switch around. And the importance level of music and the inspiration behind the music has to be reborn again. So, a real writer can recognize something that is written properly and agree to say, yes, I accept it as my song. Tell me what other artists. So, and then is it something about rap, which first of all, I don't even resonate with the word rap. when so many layers of artistry goes into what we call hip-hop today, right? Rap is just one simple layer to what hip-hop actually is. So on top of that, but it seems like when we're talking about R&B singers, emo singers, like whatever new genres are created now in the industry, ain't nobody got beef about people writing for other people except for in rap. So this pride that's in rap about writing your own shit is bye-bye. This shit is gone. This shit don't even matter no more. Am I bopping my head when I listen to it? Am I like in the party, like having a great fucking time? Am I listening to the album and actually enjoying the frequency of what it is and what is presented? The answer is yes, so I don't give a fuck. All right, so now, going back to this whole metaphysical side of these two entities going head to head with each other. First of all, they can't go head to head with each other because they're not the same height. And this ain't got nothing to do with human height. This is God level height. So you got a giant that's looking over and seeing this small man poke and poke and poke and poke, because I'm still trying to find a reason why they're so mad. Why is he so mad? I'm turning bias here because I'm actually picking sides and shit. Can somebody tell me why Kendrick is so mad? I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes. I want to know why he's so mad, like why he's so upset. Because this Euphoria song, he's literally, I hate the way you dress. I hate the way you look. I hate the way you wear your hair. I hate the way you talk. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Why is he so mad on that level? And why is it justifiable for him not to get fucking hurt because of it? I'm with you on that. I can go co-sign with Kendrick because I can't understand. I can't co-sign with Kendrick because I can't understand what he is saying without straining. Thank you, Karen. She said, I cannot co-sign with Kendrick because I can't understand what he's saying without straining my hearing. Thank you. What's next? Eric says all songs are already created. It takes someone who's in tune to pull it out the ether. Thank you, Eric. Great metaphysical reference on music that is already created, and you're pulling the lyrics and the flow, and everything is already created, and we become the vessels for music in that way. Beautiful. Thank you. Letitia says maybe none of us will never know the reason why. Nobody can name a reason. Like, remember the Mad Rapper back in the 90s on the Biggie albums? Why you so mad? Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad. Tell us why you mad, Kendrick. Why you so mad? Now, I also want to say this, and this is a weird connection, but I'm going to say this with my word because I'm going metaphysical, and I don't know any of these people personally. Drake and The Weeknd are connected, correct? Very much connected. Or should I say Abel? They're connected. Aubrey and Abel, AB and AU, they're connected. Now, I don't know about this whole Metro Boomin song with Future and The Weeknd also being a thing for Drake. I don't even know what they're talking about. It's a good song to me. We Still Don't Trust You. I don't know what the fuck. I don't even know if it's about Drake or not. I don't care. That's neither here nor there. I personally don't think Drake and The Weeknd have beef. I think they've had misunderstandings because I think they're actual friends and family with each other. They're surpassed the artist shit, right? So the recreation of beef between The Weeknd and Drake is kind of ridiculous right now, unless The Weeknd is feeling some kind of way again for a reason. But I don't think that's necessary. Don't allow Kendrick to pull you in and drag you into shit that is not of your ancestral energy, right? So we have that. The reason why I brought up The Weeknd and Drake now is because even in Drake's song Push-Ups, and I listen to the lyrics because I can actually listen to Drake's lyrics and hear what he's saying. I heard hugs and kisses. As soon as I heard hugs and kisses, EXO. That was an EXO reference. I'm like, oh, message to the weekend. EXO, EXO. What's going on with EXO? Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this one time. The Weeknd, or Abel, has a very, very best friend and someone who works in his label and, you know, has been with him since the beginning. His name is Lamar. We all know who Lamar is, right? If you're a Weeknd fan, you know who Lamar is, correct? All right, so if you know who Lamar is, which is like the Weeknd's best friend, like forever, you got somebody, and we're talking about wordplay, because we gotta fucking go in and come out. You got somebody named Kendrick Lamar that is shooting fire at Drake, who is connected to the Weeknd, whose best friend's name is Lamar. So we're gonna circle this around real quick and disconnect the association. If Drake, or let's just say not Drake, because Drake ain't doing nothing. If somebody was to get hurt on the Kendrick side, that can metaphysically tie into Lamar, the Weeknd's best friend. Just from even coming at Kendrick Lamar. You understand there's association and rubbing energy with Lamar to Lamar. So what the universe wants to do is make it really fucking clear to say this Lamar and that Lamar are not the same. There you go. They just needed a little like ripping apart, separation, dissecting of energy to disassociate beef with someone that's not even a part of it. It wouldn't be fair to capture consequences just because of the likeness of a name called Lamar. Now, since we've done that, I think, you know, I don't know. Who's Lamar? We're talking about Kendrick Lamar and the Weeknd's friend named Lamar, and the likeness of the name that can get entangled in a beef that is unwarranted for one person. Now, if Kendrick Lamar wants to continue to talk about how much he hates Aubrey over and over and over and over again, non-stop, right? It's a rolly what? Shit don't never stop. Hey, right? If you want to go non-stop with that, here's another thing. Drake does not give a fuck on trying to be the best rapper. You're not the best rapper. I'm the king of rap. I'm the better rapper. I'm better. I'm better. I'm better. And the only thing that I can see is like Drake just saying, so the fuck what? I don't care. I am not even on that level of thought process right now, dude. Why are you so mad? Why are you still coming at me? I done moved on light years away from the shit that got you mad in the first place. So how you travel to my fucking area and dimension with this bullshit again? Got everybody riled up, but now we're in a different point of generational reaction. So everybody on TikTok, everybody on Instagram, everybody on Twitter, everybody is talking about it and making memes about it and dragging it even further. And now what the headlines are is that Kendrick killed Drake. He murdered Drake. He destroyed Drake. I'm like, let's tell the truth. Let's tell the energetic truth so that we can turn this shit around, since this generation is easily swayed by influence of the AI algorithmic programming. And a lot of this generation do not have the sense to snap out a program and actually fucking see the factual shit of resonance called music. Instead, they're going by algorithm and what algorithm is telling them. And then they continue on with that fucking story. That shit gets dangerous. even fucking AI itself is saying stop. Because this is not even fair. It's not even true. He did not murder Drake. Like, this shit is like, what are you talking about? Who is the better artist? Hands down. Not the most popular, not even the most famous. Who would you be more excited about meeting? Let's just be real and human here for a second and stop trying to fucking piggyback these fucking so-called conscious fucking people, because these conscious motherfuckers are the worst ones. They're the most toxic. You know, I used to ride with Mos Def too. A while, like, you know, but like he even got caught up in that shit. Dissing Drake, like, you know, like what is it that you don't like or respect about Drake? He goes, because he has everything. What? Yeah, it's like, you know, when you go into the store, kind of like Amazon Prime or some shit. Like, when you go into a store and that store just has everything. That's why you don't respect him? That's why you so mad too? Because you know he's not a real rapper. He's a candy rapper. He's a pop star. Oh well. Tell me, in what realm is this a bad thing? These conscious fucking toxic little motherfuckers that think that they're gods when they're not. They are influenced by the other side that they're trying to shoot at. You shooting at the wrong motherfucking energy. Your guns don't work here. Their little tiny guns are like fucking mosquito needles. These motherfuckers got mosquito needles. Kendrick's fucking lyrics is a fucking mosquito stinger. He ain't got no real guns. He ain't got no real knives. And I'm saying that shit. And you know what? Physically, I know I'll be okay. Because I live here in LA. And this motherfucker from Compton. And he might have people come up and say, yo, is this a mosquito? Come up to me with a motherfucking knife for talking shit. Not gonna happen. How am I so confident? Because I just am. Because it be getting that deep. They don't know how to take constructive criticism about the shit that they're fucking bringing up. Don't bring the shit up and let the ethers really fucking talk. Because when I say I'm a part of the fucking cosmic council of shit, I am. So, little mosquito needle. Ding, ding, sting, sting, ow. Oh. Get these fucking mosquitoes off of me, yo. Where's mosquito spray? Mosquito ass motherfuckers. That's what a lot of these conscious people, nobody wants to listen to your shit in the club. Unless it's a banger and you on a feature or something and you got that one or two thing that people rock with. But other than that, it's not a consistent thing. Second of all, you trying to help your people, you're not helping your people by spewing hate for someone that actually doesn't deserve it. Unless he did something to you personally, unless he fucked your wife, unless he hurt your child, unless he talked about your mama, other than that, you have no fucking authority, no justification for this level of hate. And it's not even fun. It's not even a fun battle. I gotta like listen closely to understand what the fuck Kendrick is talking about. Drake, just when I listen to the push-ups, give me 50. Drake seemed like he rolled out of bed and fucking spit that shit. Like, it was just like, whatever, yo. That's what that song sound like. And that shit's still fire, but it ain't had no flow to it. Push-ups, give me 50. Had no flow. Drake was just talking. If you notice on the song, I understood the resonance and frequency. He was talking on that track. Like, I'm tired. What the fuck? Like, these mosquitoes, yo. Like, what the fuck? What you got to say? Like, I don't understand. And I don't even care to have a flow. I'm not even singing. There's no melody, yo. I'm just doing this because motherfuckers keep bothering me and trying to, you know, they waking me up out of my motherfucking sleep. And, you know, you keep doing that enough. Oh, that's what the song is. Alright. So, all I'm saying is, Let's look into the birthdays real quick. So Drake's birthday is October 24th, 1986. First of all, this motherfucker is an 86. We already talked about what 86 is. It means to reject, to cancel, to kick the fuck out. There's an authoritative number. 86, when you hold 86 and you're not the rejected one, and trust and believe, Drake is not a rejected spirit. Clearly, he's not a rejected spirit. He's welcomed and accepted, and that's what the rejected ones resent about him. Female version, male version of that energy, same story, same shit. So, hold on for a second. So he's not a rejected one. So he doesn't have those problems. So the 86 works in his favor. He has the authority to 86 anything that gets in his way justifiably and through the true cosmic fairness that is getting in his way of his legacy, of his energy, and whatever. And this is his personal shit. I'm looking at his numbers. Now, one thing about Drake, because he is not perfect. Again, I do not know him personally. I'm based upon energy and resonance. He's a trickster. You guys know the doings of a trickster god. The trickster god can lie and tell the truth at the same time. The trickster god is good at confusion. Confusion that can bring along a delusion that can drive somebody crazy if they keep trying to understand what Drake is trying to say. He knows how to use double-ended words, reverse language, and he doesn't move from his point of view. So you never know if he's against you or with you unless you know him personally. And maybe he's such a great trickster that even if you know him personally, you still don't know if you can what? Trust him. So maybe that's where the song where The Weeknd, Future, and Metro Boomin comes in, where we still don't trust you. You still doing all this back, forward, reverse talk shit. And sometimes I can trust you and then sometimes I can't. It's confusing. You're confusing. I don't know if I have beef with you or if I love you or if it's all out of love or if you have an ulterior motive that's gonna fuck with me in the future because right now I'm trusting you, and then maybe from the past we did this before and then now you fucking stab me in the back on some shit because you used a backhanded word and not a front-handed. Oh, I can see how that can be quite annoying. But you know what? To a trickster god. Oh, thank you, Kendall, for talking about donating. Because I'm talking about celebrities and stuff and it's not a regular video, I didn't even ask for donations, but I appreciate you posting that. My Cash App is tarenguy and all of that stuff. Appreciate you, Kendall. But yeah, this is not that kind of video where I'm asking for donations necessarily, but if you would like to, I just pinned the message, so I would appreciate it if you do, appreciate this message. Where was I? Oh, so yeah, it's the trickster side of him that is very confusing and can be very exhausting to someone who's really trying to have a relationship with him through pure trust and feel that they still can't. All right, so I don't know if that's going on between him and The Weeknd necessarily, because I feel like they have that type of relationship where he's trying to trust and he just can't. Then he does, then he doesn't, then he does, then he doesn't. And here's what I'm gonna say about Drake and The Weeknd is that I feel Drake has been like a father figure to him from the beginning of his career. The Weeknd blossomed into his own man, his own artistry, his own lane, separating himself from the Drake mentorship, right? But sometimes I feel like we'll wait for this. sometimes I feel like it seems like Drake still tries to sun him, when Abel is just like, you can't sun me at this point. Or can you? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Because when somebody has been such an influence to you, the automatic programming and trigger points is you wanting to like make them proud or get validated by them, and that's natural. And a trickster god can take advantage of that sometimes, can take advantage of being able to influence someone so much because of the beginning side of the relationship. And then when things have drastically changed, the same usage of triggery can bring down an energy that is already past it. It's just like bringing him back in the past sometimes. It's just like, why do I feel like this about Drake when I'm not feeling like this? Oh, is he pulling me back into this space where I don't want to be in our relationship that we have? Or so I sense that. I sense that about the whole Drake and just maybe everybody thing, you know, the trickery. But when we're talking about trickery, we're talking about the Hermes. We're talking about the him, her, the duality. He's half black, half white. There's a lot going on, a lot of construction and everything, so I hope you guys can hear me. So he plays the hybrid, role very well. But one thing, hands down, aside from those personal shots, overall, I personally am assuming and feeling, without knowing necessarily, that he is an all-around good person, that he does have a good heart, and that he has grown from a lot of the shit from before. But when you have somebody that is ancestrally stuck in the mud, in the muck of hate, what happens is it brings you back to that space. It time travels you to a point where you're not even there anymore, and now it's bringing it up for everybody around you again, because that's what they're good for. The ones that still have the toxic ancestral beefs that will never end, by the way. Kendrick already admitted that he will never stop, that he will keep going until the very end, until death, until the end. He is not going to stop. There is no room for apology. There's no room for compromise with Kendrick. This is what he wants to do till the end, till no end. So you already know he has no plans. This ancestral toxicity, which comes from, and we had this race conversation before, a lot of black people have that fucking trauma. This is why, and I'm gonna say this, and I said this to somebody on in a session, because I could tell her ancestry was pulling her back. She's a black woman. I said, listen, first of all, you got to see yourself as black, not black. What does that mean? First of all, since you're conscious enough in the blue to understand what this is about, black, I always say Saturn black, cosmic black. When you look at the black night sky, ether black, that is the black that you are. The ancestral black, you have to separate yourself from the traumatic experiences at this point so that you can fly and move forward in your legacy. You got to separate yourself from black ancestral drama and become black in your intelligence. And then this is what I said to her. I said, but remember, girl, you're brown and you're beautifully brown. I said, so start seeing your brown as beautiful in your intelligence of being black in a cosmic way. This is how you heal black ancestral fucking struggle mentality shit. Because they don't want to, the toxic side of that shit, they do not want to grow. They are the fucking mosquitoes that like fucking sitting at still dirty water that doesn't move, swampy lands and shit that's uncomfortable, and all they want to stay there. So I said, be brown, beautiful, and cosmically black. And please fucking throw that other fucking toxic shit away from the fucking DNA so that your children can actually breathe. Victimhood, exactly. So this is what I'm talking about. So when I see somebody like Kendrick, it feels like he's in that toxicity fucking water shit. And then he got a whole crew with him. And okay, so anyway, I was looking to the numbers. Drake's birthday, Aubrey's birthday, 10/24/1986. His life path is 4. 4 is a supreme number. I don't know why people are looking at me. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure. 4 is one of the supreme numbers, in a sense of it being associated with the air. Anything from the heart up is associated with consciousness, is associated with the air. He's a Scorpio, but he feels like a Libra. He feels very airy. He has a whole album cover with his head in the clouds. He welcomes the air while he's also in the fucking water. But he's more in air mode through his words, through his quick wit and all of that. Like, he's an air person. And air people are known to be higher in supremacy when it comes to the ladder of Jacob. So his life path is 4. And he's a 10/6. He can also, the 1/0 turns into a January 24th or a January 6th. He can be a Capricorn or he can be an Aquarius. He's already fucking crossing the line. Scorpio, Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius. Right? The 1/6 can also turn into 1 to 16. 16 is also a very prominent number. I'm associated with 16. My birthday is on the 16th. Even when I look at 10/24, 2 plus 4 is 6, what do I come up with? 106. There's a very specific reference, and I know he's into even the Aaliyah reference. That has been something that he's been like into for some reason. I don't personally know why, but he's associated with 106. 106 in Park was the last interview Aaliyah had before she died. I don't know why that's coming up, but 10/24 turns into 106, possibly. So that 16 is popping up for him. Aaliyah's birthday is 1/16, January 16th. So is Sade's birthday. So he has Sade tattooed on his body. You understand? Like, the numbers just don't lie with this shit. Aaliyah, Sade, he has 106, 16, 24, 10, 1986, and he's a 4 life path. God damn it. All right, now let's look at Kendrick's before we conclude this shit. Kendrick's birthday is June 17th, 1987. So he's June, he's 6. He's trying to claim the 6 from the 6 God. Also, the 17 brings him into 8. 8 mode is the gun. That's the lead. That's Saturn. That's the heavyweight shit. That's the killer shit. That's the death gate, 8. So he's using his 8 for heavyweight to shoot these shots at Drake. Oh shit, that was like 3 bars? 4? So when you got 6 and then you got 1 plus 7 equals 8, you got 6/8 while Drake is 8/6. So you got 68 and 86. These motherfuckers are reversing. Ooh, what the fuck is that? This is dangerous. Now I'm not trust and believe everything that I said about Kendrick. I meant and how I felt, and I have a right to my opinion. But Kendrick is not stupid. Kendrick is in the know. And Kendrick knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And it can get dangerous, and that's all I'm saying, on both sides. So I need to find out. I need to ask Kendrick, why are you so mad? For real, for real. Would you like to escape your ancestral chains, Kendrick? How about you actually fucking collab with Drake again, like sometime later this year, and be the bigger man? Because it's up to you, Kendrick. Because right now you looking real small to the big guns that are watching this shit. And you know the big guns matter. You looking real small, Kendrick, while you looking real saucy and icy to the civilian side of things. That shit don't matter. Because the algorithm is about to fucking change, even for civilian perspective, so that they can fucking wake up. So Kendrick Lamar, how about you be the bigger man? Grow up, because you have space to grow up. And actually ask yourself, I'm gonna need Kendrick to literally sit down and be like, why am I so mad? And make a song about it that has nothing to do with Drake. Make a song about it, Kendrick. Why am I so mad? And express that fucking shit. And then all of a sudden these curses will be broken, yo. And like a lot of space will be created for your real ancestry that you've been trying to fucking help this entire time. Kendrick is a real pioneer for his ancestors. He is like a Papa Legua. He is like Papa Legua. He is like a warrior for his people. But please understand, when you have the space and the opportunity to grow into a bigger space, while you can bring your ancestry with you and actually do more amazing, great shit with all of that alchemical power from all of the struggle, then you win. Like, for real, for real. So that's all I'm saying about Kendrick. Like, he has power. He has a whole 8-ball in his fucking birthday. And he got 6. And his life path is 3. And we all know about 3 people. The wise man. His wisdom is there. He was birthed into wisdom. So do something with it. Do something with your life path. Kendrick, 3. Do something with the real 3. So that, like, real change can happen, and, like, don't make it redundant. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm saying. That's all I got to say about all of this. I just wanted to express my thoughts, feelings about this Drake and Kendrick thing on a metaphysical side, and from my personal opinion on stuff, because everybody know I be fanning for Drake, like, for the music, like, for real. But I mean, who doesn't? I just don't understand, right? That's how much is just like crazy. It's just like, you go everywhere, you hear a Drake song, it's just like, god damn, that shit is good. So is that why you mad? So get over that shit. Don't try to shoot down that level of presence, because it's still needed here, and you can actually transform into some other shit. Kendrick, you ain't got to be Drake, but be something. Transform this energy into something else that you can present for the next fucking decade. Experiment with your energy, experiment with your flow, experiment with your lyrics, experiment with your brand, experiment. Because you trust and believe you're gonna want to have that life to do that. We don't want nobody to die. That's why I came up on this video. I was like, ooh, this is getting close. This is getting hot. I don't want to see any of these people die over this shit, please. So let's watch our words, please. And let's actually summon the real God energy to manage the space for a little while. And like chill, because these words move fast now because of the fucking technology and shit, especially when people are talking about it so much. So someone said, isn't Drake draconian, dog? He gotta go. What's wrong? Wow. Tell me, what's the matter with draconian? Give me the draconian reference. Are we talking about Dracula? People don't understand vampires either. Vampires are not mosquitoes. Vampires are very ancient, and they have a reason as to why they're vampires, and they're not bad people or entities. And people say, oh, this person is an energy vampire. I'm like, no, you're talking about a mosquito. Now, mosquitoes can work in your favor if they are blood messengers for you. That's a whole different message, yo. Mosquitoes have a purpose, but they are pretty annoying. And there are people like mosquitoes. Like when you're out on a picnic, or like you're hanging out in the backyard or somewhere outside, you don't want mosquitoes around, correct? You just don't want them around. As much as you love nature, as much as I love nature, I do not want to have to deal with mosquitoes around me. So why would I want people that act like mosquitoes around me? Those are the real so-called energy vampires that people are talking about. It's the fucking mosquitoes in a human form. So, you know, so I'm just trying to understand where the vampires are coming from. Oh, somebody said Jesus is Lord, and it's funny because I forgot that Kanye is on the fucking song. I thought Kanye and Drake squashed this shit. Seriously. Why, Kanye, why are you back at this shit? He's another one. Kanye is another one that places himself in the front line of toxic ancestor shit. And he's smart enough to understand what this shit is, but he always gets pulled in. Kanye, are you mad? Like, you're lying, Kanye. You know why? Because in what he said, which didn't make sense to me, he said, what he said? You can't even remember a Drake line. Started from the bottom, now we here. I already instantly knew one. God damn. Out like a light. There's so many references, too many references of Drake lines. Kanye. Why would you say that? That's a lie. He can't remember any Drake line. What the fuck are you talking about, Kanye? Not one? Oh, God. Like, the hook game is ridiculous. I just can't even get into all of them right now. But damn, Kanye? What happened? And then the thing, let's be honest, Kanye, like, damn. And I love me some Kanye. Seriously. Kanye is one of those he's a top tier. He is dope as fuck. His vision is so far ahead that sometimes he travels 5,000 years ahead, which puts him behind. Kanye, come back a little bit, a couple of thousand years back. That's all I'm saying. I ain't got nothing. Kanye is dope as fuck. His vision is out of this world. I understand him even when he's talking his crazy shit. I listen to him in his Kanye talk. And I understand it. Just sometimes you could go so far ahead that you place yourself behind what is in the right now. So I'm just saying, instead of 5,000 years ahead, just go maybe 2,000 years ahead so we can be a little bit ahead of us and bring some dope shit. That's it. Because I saw that Jesus is Lord thing, and Kanye just came up, and I'm just like, and Kanye's also a Gemini. Kanye's birthday, I believe, is June 5th. He's a 5. Kanye, you should know better. Anyway, I hope they can all work it out somehow. I'm not saying sing kumbaya, but I'm just saying, like, understand that words are power in this realm. If you want to be strategic, be strategic. But now's the time, because y'all using real energy. You are not in the metaverse right now. Elon cannot help you, because God just took it over. Like, God energy has taken over and can override the dumb shit. So anyway, it's always great talking to you guys. And again, of course, if you want to donate to my Cash App, you can. tarenguy. Or I'll just stop right there. But I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about this. Let me know your thoughts, and share this video, because this is a video in the talks of like celebrities and pop culture, and maybe this can, you know, bring some perspective into the space, with a different metaphysical point of view of all of this. So I would appreciate that as well. Like and share. So love you guys, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday.